Hey guys, Darcy here, and today we're going to talk about pre-fader control. Let's get into it. Recently, one of my comments, somebody was asking whether or not you should use pre or post fader, like when to do that. And so I wanted to do a video to kind of break this down. So first off, what is pre-fader and post-fader? As you think of your track vertically, you have your input signal, then you're gonna have what your inserts are, then you're usually gonna have some panning, and then a fader control. If you decide to put a signal as pre-fader, it means that the signal will go to your send, your auxiliary bus, before the level changes that happen with your fader. If you turn your fader down, the signal going to the send will stay at the exact level it was when it came out of your last plugin, your last insert. If you don't have pre-fader turned on, as you turn the volume down on your track, it will affect how loud the signal is to your send or to your bus. Obviously, there's also a control for how much volume you are sending to that sender bus, so it's kind of a math equation of the two. This is actually very commonly done when you're doing parallel compression or other types of parallel processing, where you'd want that volume to stay constant when it hits that compression and helps thicken things up. If you were to not have pre-fader on, as you turn the volume up and down, that thickening would be affected by the dynamics of your fader, and usually with parallel compression, your goal is to have a constant even signal that is giving a good thick bass. I'm going to show an example here of parallel compression. You're going to hear a vocal against a piano. It's not of the same song. I just grabbed something in the same key. They don't work well. Ignore the fact that it's musically not correct. What you're going to notice in the first couple phrases from the vocalist is that there's no parallel compression and the voice is competing against the piano. And the second half, then you'll notice that the parallel compression gets turned on and the thickening comes into effect.
I can't let you do this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the same. Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again.
So as you see there, you can tell what the compression is doing, and you'd want that pre-fader to keep that signal equal. I'm not personally a big fan of parallel compression for phasing issues, but that's a topic for another day. Now let's take a look at using pre-fader or not using pre-fader when it comes to reverb sends. I'm going to show you a couple scenarios here where you may want to have pre-fader on and you may not want to have pre-fader on. First up, I'm going to show you a reverb send where we are doing automation against the vocal to increase, certain phrases. I'm going to exaggerate a few things here, but it'll drive home the point. What I want you to focus on is that when that signal goes up, what does it sound like when pre-fader is off with the reverb tail? Let's take a listen.
I can't let you do this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the same. Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again.
Now let's listen again with pre-fader on, and again listen to that reverb tail.
I can't let you do this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the same. Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again.
Now I'm going to take a specific reverb tail and I'm going to play both of them back to back so you can hear that difference.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the same. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the same.
What you should notice is that when pre-fader is turned on, that signal is even with that reverb. However, when it was off, as we increase the volume, it would increase the reverb tail because we're making the vocalist louder and therefore more signal is going to the reverb send. This may be a scenario where you want the pre-fader turned off so that you can increase the reverb based on the dynamics of the song. So it feels just better, right? It feels more natural. However, there are scenarios where you may want your pre-fader turned on. So I'm now going to play another vocal where we fade out the vocal, and let's see the difference between pre-fader off and on. First, we'll start with it off.
Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again.
Now let's listen again with pre-fader on.
Oh boy, there's gotta be more to this. Just tell me that I'll hold you in my arms again.
Okay, it is very obvious what pre-fader is doing now. You can hear that even though that the volume is completely ducking out of the track, the reverb is still happening because the signal going to it is not affected by the actual fader volume. So this is a really cool effect when you want that, very ethereal kind of falling into a dreamlike state where the vocal disappears, but it just goes into that dreamlike state of the reverb. Overall, at the end of the day, whether you have pre-fader on or off depends on what you are working with. Not so much that there is a consistent rule. You have to think about the intention of what you are doing. Is it creative, or is it something like parallel compression where it's more, I want to say, surgical in the perspective of engineering? But regardless, it's going to come down to the application of what you are doing. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, let me know that in the comments. Hit me with a like while you're at it. If you have more questions or anything that you disagree with, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. And otherwise, have yourself a good day. Peace.